Good evening, pro wrestling fans from all around the world, of all shapes and sizes. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, got a lot to talk about in this video. This is going to be a New Japan Pro Wrestling specific video. So we're going to go over four things. First, I'm going to give my review of Sakura Genesis 2024. Then, it was revealed the competitors that will take place in this year's Best of Super Juniors 31 tournament. I'm going to go over that list. And then, because these are right around the corner, I'm going to do a preview of two shows. Going to do a preview of Windy City Riot and the upcoming Wrestling World 2024 in Taiwan show. So two upcoming New Japan Pro Wrestling shows. I'm going to do previews of the cards for those. So got a lot to go through, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. But first, we're going to get started with Sakura Genesis 2024. This took place this past Saturday, April 6th. This was at the Ryogoku Kojikikan in Tokyo, Japan. And decent show overall. Decent show. I'm not going to get too crazy, but it was a decent show. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let me pull up the graphics. And let's go ahead and get started with this review. Okay. We had a Frontier Zone showcase match to start off. Trio style. So we had the trio of Boltin, Oleg, Toru, Yano, and Tomohiro Ishii taking on the trios representing 2AW, which were Ayato, Yoshida, Takuro, Niki, and Chicharito, Shoki. I hope I said that right. It was pretty difficult to say. Overall, pretty decent showcase match. I don't know a lot about 2AW. I've heard of it, but I don't know a lot about it, which I take it as another promotion. But the 2AW guys look pretty interesting. But for the most part, I didn't think they were going to beat team number one, which is understandable. Like I said, the big point behind this is to really showcase some of the other talent, which I felt like they did with this match. So, not bad at all. And actually, Boltin Oleg actually got the victory for his team, pinning Shoki, Chicharito Shoki, after hitting the kamikaze on him, pinned him for the 1-2-3. I was actually kind of happy to see Boltin Oleg actually get the pin for his team, so I thought that was really cool. So, kudos to Boltin Oleg, picking up the victory for his team. Very nice. All right. Let's go to our next match. Okay, next match we had a tag team match. We had the team of Ryusuke Taguchi teaming up with El Desperado to take on TMDK's Zack, Sabre Jr. and Kosei Fujita. You know what? I gotta say, more and more that I'm seeing Kosei Fujita wrestle, I'm starting to like him a lot more. Especially, with his high-flying ability. And you know what? I think he's really building more and more chemistry within TMDK. So, I thought that was really cool. And, him teaming up with Zack Sabre Jr. This was a pretty good match. Definitely a pretty good match. like I said, I was really enjoying the work from Kosei Fujita. And I think, give it time. Give it time. I think Kosei Fujita will be a champion. Give it time. And speaking of Kosei Fujita, he actually got the pin for TMDK. Pin Ryusuke Taguchi with an Okana bridge. And yeah, TMDK with the victory, courtesy of Kosei Fujita. So, very nice to see. Alright. Let's keep it going with our next match. We had LIJ versus Bullet Club War Dogs. Another tag team match. So representing LIJ, we had BUSHI and Hiromu Takahashi. Representing Bullet Club War Dogs, we had Gato and the leader, David Finlay. To be honest with you, the match was kind of meh. Really wasn't a long match. I think it was barely even over 5.5 minutes. So, And it was kind of easily predictable for the most part, as BUSHI actually got a submission victory on Gato, making him tap out to Fable. But yeah, it's been forever since seeing BUSHI get a submission victory, so thought that was kind of neat. But the match was meh, mainly because it was so short. Really, really, really short. Alrighty. Next up, how about some trios action? So next up, we had showdown between Just Five Guys and United Empire. Representing Just Five Guys, we had Sanada, Yuya Uemura, and Doki. And they went up against United Empire's Caleb Newman, Great O'Khan, and Jeff Cobb. Pretty good match overall. Definitely felt like it was back and forth. I just thought it was pretty funny after the match. Jeff Cobb ended up joining on commentary, so I thought that was pretty funny. But Yuya Uemura was able to pin the Great O'Khan with a storm clutch, or kind of like a crucifix, for the 1-2-3. Just Five Guys walk away with the victory. And like I said, Jeff Cobb gets right on commentary over at English Commentary for the next match, because actually the next match involved United Empire. But this trios match was alright. You know, nothing too crazy, but this trios match was alright. Okay, now we get into our first championship match of Sakura Genesis 2024. We had a triple threat, a three-way match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. As the champions, Bullet Club War Dogs, Drilla Maloney, and Clark Connors taking on Catch 2-2 of TJP and Francesco Akira, and the Intergalactic Jet Setters of Kevin Knight and Kushida. Love this match from start to finish. Very action-packed. All three of these teams showcased. I felt like the Intergalactic Jet Setters got off to a great start. But I like all three of these teams. I felt like they were showcased really, really well. And it was close. It was really, really close. And like I said, all three of these teams have held these tag titles before. So, definitely I felt like this was a great showdown between these three teams. But Bullet Club War Dogs ended up getting the victory. Clark Connors pinned Kushida after they both hit him with their finishing double team full clip. So yeah, Bullet Club War Dogs still your IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. So overall, solid match. All three teams look good. And we're going to continue to stay in the tag team division as we switch gears to the other tag title match that took place. We had the IWGP Tag Team Championships on the line as the champions, Bullet Club's Chase Owens and Kenta, defended against Bishamon of Hiroki Goto and YOSHI-HASHI. Another solid match, but was actually pretty predictable for the most part. Of course, you know I'm very big on Bishamon, but solid match between both of these teams from start to finish. I just had a feeling of what was going to happen, and sure enough, Hiroki Goto gets the pin on Chase Owens after him and YOSHI-HASHI hit him with a Shoto, which it took a few tries, but finally was able to hit him with the Shoto. 1, 2, 3. And for the 4th time, Bishamon are your IWGP Tag Team Champions for their 4th time. I mean, like I've said it before, I'll say it again. Bishamon, I'd have to say, is one of the best tag teams in New Japan Pro Wrestling right now. Like, for reals. And once again, they have proven that by getting the tag titles back. So, Bishamon back on top again. Hiroki Goto and YOSHI-HASHI. Like I said, excellent tag team. But yeah. Alright. Next match. This was for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. The champion, House of Torture's Sho, defending against Yo. Now, unfortunately, this match did not last long. This was barely even over a minute-long match. Unfortunately, due to referee stoppage, due to Yo suffering a dislocated shoulder, match had to end pretty much not long after it began. And unfortunately, Sho, still your IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion due to referee stoppage. And you can tell looking at Yo's shoulder, yeah, it was definitely out of socket. It was like this big hump sticking out. Yeah, you could tell it was dislocated. So, a really, really tough break for Yo. But hopefully he'll bounce back ASAP. You know, speedy recovery for Yo. Anyway, let's move on to the next match. Okay, next up we had a tag team match. Jon Moxley and Shota Umino team up to take on House of Torture's Ren Narita and Jack Perry. Scapegoat. This match was pretty good. Thought this match was pretty good. It's good to continue to see Jack Perry showcased in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I feel like he's been getting showcased consistently, so that's good. Just not a fan of him being part of House of Torture. But, solid match between both these teams. Of course, there were shenanigans, as usual. But, was not enough to take down Jon Moxley and Shota Umino. As a matter of fact, Jon Moxley got the pin on Ren Narita after hitting him with a Death Rider. So, 1, 2, 3. Shota Umino, Jon Moxley pick up the victory. Not surprised there. They got to keep the momentum and building up Jon Moxley for Windy City Riot, which we'll talk about later. Next up. This match annoyed the crap out of me. Never open weight championship on the line. Evil defending against Shingo Takagi. And oh my god, the House of Torture shenanigans were so freaking annoying with this match. So freaking annoying. I mean, you had House of Torture, you know, trying to play referee. You had Hiromu Takahashi trying to play referee. And just, it was all chaotic. I mean, kudos to LIJ for, you know, trying to even the odds and whatnot. But it's just like, it is getting so ridiculous with every House of Torture match. It's like they gotta go through like 2 and beyond to just screw things up, you know. And it's just, it's ridiculous. It's annoying and it's ridiculous. It's like, dang, can't none of y'all win anything legit? Especially when some of them have won stuff legit before. But I don't know, just the overbooking of the shenanigans is just getting kind of ridiculous. So that's my only thing with that. But thankfully, Shingo was able to get the last laugh as he was able to pin Evil with a Last of the Dragons for the 1, 2, 3. And once again, I think for Shingo, this is his 3rd? No. Maybe 4th never open weight championship? No, 4th. Yeah, 4th. Yep, I was right. 4th. His 4th never open weight championship reign. So congratulations to him. Hopefully it'll last longer than 60 days, but at least it's not on Evil anymore. So at least I'm happy about that. Very, very happy about that. And it looks like Gabe Kidd, I guess, wants in on the next shot. But we'll see. And then the main event of Sakura Genesis 2024 came down to the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, as Tetsuya Naito defended the title against Yota Tsuji. The same Yota Tsuji that had a crack at this title last year's Sakura Genesis against Sonata. Yeah, if I remember, yeah, it was against Sonata. So, once again, Yota Tsuji back in this position. And you know what? He put up an excellent fight against the leader of LIJ, the stablemate, Tetsuya Naito. Hard hitting. Definitely back and forth. But Tetsuya Naito would not be denied, as he was able to eventually hit a Destino on Yota Tsuji and pinned him for the 1, 2, 3. And Tetsuya Naito, still your IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. It was at least a 30-minute long match for sure. But Yota Tsuji just not able to pick up the victory and finally win that title. So, had 2 opportunities, failed both times. So maybe eventually 3rd time will be the charm, but remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. But overall, Sakura Genesis was alright. Overall, it was a pretty decent show. Definitely a pretty decent show. Like I said, Bishamon got back the IWGP Tag Team Championships. I was happy to see that. But Shingo is now a 4-time never open weight champion. So those are your 2 title changes. Not bad. Okay, so before I get into the information on the Best of Super Juniors 31 and the previews of the next upcoming shows, here's a quick word on the sponsor of this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. as you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty. So, the best of Super Juniors number 31. The lineup of competitors have been revealed, and I have to say, there are some very interesting names. Very interesting names. So the Best of Super Juniors tournament will start Saturday, May 11th. And it will conclude, let's see, I believe it will conclude at New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion 2024. Let me make sure I have that right. Let me make sure I have that right. Because I'm pretty sure. Yes, I was right. Dominion, June 9th, will be the finals of the Best of Super Juniors 31. So, let's go through the list of who got confirmed will be competing. And we got some new names as well. So, let's start with the folks that will be making their first time debut for this tournament. We have Ayato from Pro Wrestling Noah making his debut. I think that's really cool. This next one I am so hyped for. But we have the Best of Super Juniors debut of Ninja Mac from Pro Wrestling Noah. That's right. He is going to be competing in this Best of Super Juniors tournament. I cannot wait to see what he can do. And like I said, Ayato and Ninja Mac are former GHC junior heavyweight champions. I believe Ninja Mac is still the current holder of the GHC Hardcore Championship. But yeah, two big names, two big additions there. Ayato and Ninja Mac. I look forward to seeing what they could do. Also making his debut, oh yeah, the current GCW World Champion, All Heart, Blake Christian. That's right, Blake Christian will have his first Best of Super Juniors tournament. I'm actually looking forward to that. We got TMDK's Kosei Fujita entering his first Best of Super Juniors tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I think he'll do great. I think he might be a surprise for sure. But looking forward to seeing how he does in this tournament. Drilla Maloney will be making his second entry, second consecutive Best of Super Juniors tournament. So Drilla Maloney. Clark Connors making his third entry, third consecutive. Yoshinobu Kanemaru making his 7th entry, 4th consecutive. The Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishimori, feel like I haven't seen him in a while, making his 8th entry, 7th consecutive. We got a returning Robbie Eagles, making his 6th entry, 6th consecutive tournament. So, be good to see him again. Doki will be making his 6th entry, 6th consecutive appearance. We got Francesco Akira making his 3rd entry, 3rd consecutive Best of Super Juniors tournament. TJP making his 4th entry, 3rd consecutive. We got Teton. So Teton will be back for this tournament, making his 5th entry, 3rd consecutive. We got BUSHI back in the mix for this tournament. 12th entry, his 9th consecutive Best of Super Juniors tournament. He's been in a lot of these. Yo, which if everything goes well and he recovers from injury, I don't know how long he'll be out, but hopefully he'll be able to make it back in time to compete, which he does have some time. It's not till May 11th, so hopefully he can recover and be good to go. But Yo, 7th entry, 4th consecutive. We got the Jet, Kevin Knight, making his 2nd entry, 2nd consecutive. We got El Desperado making his 8th entry, 5th consecutive. Ryusuke Taguchi making his 21st entry, his 19th consecutive. He's been in a lot of these. And of course, you got to have the 4-time winner, Hiromu Takahashi, in this as well. He'll be making his 9th entry, 5th consecutive. Sho will be making his 7th entry, 7th consecutive. And there you have it. So that's 20 competitors. 20 competitors announced for this tournament, with 4 of them being debuts. I have to say, this is a pretty solid lineup. I like this lineup. I really, really like this lineup. And like I said, with the new debuts, I can't wait to see Ninja Mac, Kosei Fujita, Blake Christian, Hayata. Those are some 4 good debuts. I think that's going to be awesome. Especially Ninja Mac. Man, I can't wait to see how he does in this tournament. But yeah, so those are your 20 competitors for this year's Best of Super Juniors tournament. Number 31 in the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, definitely looking forward to that. Okay, now it's time to switch gears to 2 previews for upcoming New Japan shows just right around the corner. So first, we got Windy City Riot. That will be in Chicago, Illinois, Friday, April 12th at the Wintrust Arena. So let's go ahead and get the graphics out for that. I'm going to go over the card for that. And it's a pretty decent sized card. But here we go. Windy City Riot. Alright. First up, we have a singles match, Strong Survivor match. We got Matt Vandergriff versus Zane J. Matt Vandergriff has been on a roll with a lot of these matches that he's been showcased in for these NJPW Strong events. Don't really know anything about Zane J, but I'm going to ride the hot hand and say Matt Vandergriff picks up the victory. Going to ride the hot hand. Alright. Next up, ooh, this ought to be really interesting. Check this match out. Next up, we got the ladies showcased in a tag team match. We have the team of Stardom's Mina Shirakawa and Viva Vine taking on the team of Alex Windsor and Trish Adora. Ooh, this is quite an interesting matchup here. Quite an interesting matchup. But you know what? I'm going to say the team of Alex Windsor and Trish Adora pick up the victory in this match. I think probably Viva Vine eats the pin. But should be good. I think either team could win, but I gotta go with Alex Windsor and Trish Adora. But it should be good. Should be a really good match. Alright. Let's keep it going with the next match. Got a singles match. Murder Grandpa Minoru Suzuki versus House of Torture's Ren Narita. Now, of course, these two were former stable mates as part of the stable Strong Style, but, you know, that totally ended. I'm going to say Minoru Suzuki wins, but I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of shenanigans on behalf of Ren Narita and House of Torture. So that might play a big role, but I'm gonna go with Minoru Suzuki to pick up the victory. Alright. Oh, this next match I'm looking very forward to. Alright, we got the NJPW Strong Women's Championship on the line. As the champion, Stephanie Vacure defends against Stardom's high-speed bomb girl, Azumi of Queen's Quest. Looking very forward to this match. More Azumi in the States, so this is good. This is really good. But I'm going to have to say Stephanie Vacure ends up retaining the title. Now, I wouldn't be mad if Azumi won. Definitely wouldn't be mad if Azumi won. But I gotta go with Stephanie Vacure. She's been hot. She's been on a roll. I think she retains the title. Ooh, okay. We got a big championship match coming up here. Check this next one out. Okay, we have a fatal four-way for the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships. As the champions, Gorillas of Destiny's El Phantasmo and Hikuleo will defend against TMDK's Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols versus the team of Fred Rosser and Filthy Tom Lawler versus the West Coast Wrecking Crew of Royce Isaacs and Jarrell Nelson. Personally, a part of me would like to see West Coast Wrecking Crew win this match and finally win Tag Gold, but something tells me ELP and Hikuleo will probably retain. But I think it would be nice to see West Coast Wrecking Crew win. But yeah, I'm going to play it safe and say Gorillas of Destiny retain. But should be quite a match. Especially with Tom Lawler teaming up with Fred Rosser going against West Coast Wrecking Crew. That ought to be an interesting segment. Alright. Let's move on to our next match. Got a special singles match here. Shota Umino versus Scapegoat Jack Perry. I am hoping this time that Shota Umino gets revenge and picks up the victory. I mean, they can keep this rivalry going, but I think Shota Umino definitely needs to win this. So I'm going to go with Shota Umino to even the series out and defeat Jack Perry. Okay. Let's go to this next match. Ooh, this ought to be really, really interesting. Special singles match between Hiromu Takahashi and Mustafa Ali. Ooh, this one's tough. This one's really tough. This one's really tough. I could see this going either way, but I'm going to take a gamble and say Mustafa Ali picks up the victory. But I think it could go either way. You know, it'll be a tough task for him. I mean, going up against Hiromu, it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy one bit. But I think he can pull off the upset. Okay, next up, we got ourselves a 4-on-4 Riot Rules tag match, which I'm not quite sure what the rules are, which I assume will be like anything goes or whatnot, no DQs, but it'll be Team Eddie Kingston versus Team Gabe Kidd, and we will not find out the competitors until the day of the show, until this match happens. So, don't know who the competitors are, but it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see how this goes, because like I said, you know, this is supposed to be a Riot match, but the only thing we know is no disqualifications, and the team members get revealed on entrance of this match. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens. It'll be very interesting. I'm going to say Team Eddie Kingston picks up the victory, whoever they end up being. Alright, let's go to the next match, and this should be really, really good. I'm looking forward to this match. We got the NJPW World Television Championship on the line. As the champion, the original bro, Matt Riddle, will defend against former champion, Zack Sabre Jr. I think this should be a nice technical battle. I think it should be really good. I know TV title matches are 15 minutes long, but I think they'll make the best of this. But I'm going to go with Matt Riddle to pick up the victory, which it'll most likely be a pin. But yeah, I'm going to say Matt Riddle retains the NJPW World Television Championship. Okay. Next up, have another special singles match. This time we have Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pitbull, taking on Nick Nemeth, which I'm kind of surprised he's not putting the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship on the line, but it is what it is. Should be really good. Will be quite a good test for Nick Nemeth. But yeah, I think he'll end up defeating the Stone Pitbull and defeat Tomohiro Ishii. I mean, you gotta keep building up momentum for him, making him a credible champion. So, I'm gonna go with Nick Nemeth to pick up the win. And then the main event of Windy City Riot. comes down to this. For the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, Tetsuya Naito defends against Jon Moxley. This is tough. This is really tough. I mean, would they actually pull the trigger and put the title on Mox? I don't know about that. I think some way, somehow, Naito's gonna squeeze out the victory, but who knows? They could put this title on Mox. Ugh, this is tough. This is so tough. But I'm gonna play it safe and go Naito to retain. But if Moxley won, I mean, that wouldn't shock me. But I don't know. Maybe they'll pull the trigger. Maybe they will actually pull the trigger. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, and then the only other show that we have is the Wrestling World 2024 show in Taiwan, which this will be Sunday, April 14th at the Zepp New Taipei in Taipei, Taiwan. But let's go over the card for this. It's not that big of a card. It's not that big of a card, but let's go over it. Wait, where's it at? Ah, here we go. Let's go. Okay, first off, we have a nice little showcase match here. Where we have Toru taking on Axe Wong. I am not familiar with either of these two, so I'm going to take a guess and say Toru picks up the victory. But I'll be keeping my eye closely on this match because I want to know how these two do in the ring. So I'm going to keep a close eye on them. Okay, next match. Okay, so one of the things that they are doing on this show, they will be holding the Never Openweight 6-man tag team championships up for grabs in a tournament, in a one-night-only tournament. Because remember, those titles were vacated once Okada left to go to AEW. But going to do 2 first-round matchups and then a finals matchup, same night. So, here's one of the matchups. You got the trio of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Toru Yano, and Boltin Oleg. And they'll be taking on United Empire's Great Khan, Francesco Akira, and Callum Newman. This one's kind of tough. Part of me actually wants United Empire to win. But I have a feeling that Toru Yano, Boltin Oleg, and Hiroshi Tanahashi will win. I got a feeling they're going to end up winning and advancing to the next round, or to the finals. But we'll see how it goes. Okay. Next up, here's the other first round matchup in the tournament. We got LIJ's Bushi, Yoda-Tsuji, Shingo Takagi taking on House of Torture's Evil, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Sho. Yeah, totally going LIJ in this one. Totally going LIJ. But it is possible that House of Torture could win and could actually go all the way, but I'm going to go with LIJ. I'm going to stick with LIJ because screw House of Torture. Anyways, let's keep it going. Next up, we got ourselves a tag team match here. We got the team of Satoshi Kojima and Tiger Mask going against the team of El Desperado and Shoma Kato. I'm going to take a gamble and say Satoshi Kojima, Tiger Mask pick up the victory. I think Shoma Kato ends up getting pinned. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Alright, next up, we got the Ladies of Stardom in action. We have Starlight Kid of Oedo Tai versus Hanako of EXV. I like how they're showcasing the ladies in this show. I'm going to say Starlight Kid picks up the victory, but I think Hanako puts up a great fight. It'll be a great clash of styles between both these ladies. Alright, let's keep it going. Ooh, this ought to be a really good match. So, here we have a singles match, which I believe this might, I don't know for sure, but I think this might be a #1 contenders match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. But it's Doki of Just Five Guys versus Kosei Fujita of TMDK. You know what? I'm going to go Kosei Fujita wins this match and becomes #1 contender. If that is the case. But I'm going to go Kosei Fujita to pick up the victory. I think they got to start building him up more. But yeah, should be good. Looking forward to this match. All right. We got a championship match. So we got the IWGP Tag Team Championships on the line as newly crowned champions Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, YOSHI-HASHI will defend the titles against Just Five Guys, Sonata, and Yuya Uemura. Should be a great match. Another challenge for Bishamon, but I'm going to go with Bishamon to retain the IWGP tag titles. But I definitely like the idea behind a Yuya Uemura Sonata teaming up. So, we'll see how they do. But I'm sure they'll put up a great fight. And then the main event. The main event of Wrestling World 2024 will pretty much be the finals of the Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Team Championship Tournament. Now, I would like to see it come down to between LIJ and United Empire, but I'm going to go ahead and say that LIJ wins this and becomes the new Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Team Champions, which would be funny for Shingo because he would be holding both the single title and the trios title for Never Openweight. So that would actually be kind of funny to see, even though I hate double champions, but it is what it is. But yeah, that is your card for Wrestling World 2024 in Taiwan. Should be an interesting show. Really, really interesting show. Which reminds me, I need to order Windy City Riot. I need to be sure to order that. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. We covered a lot. Review of Sakura Genesis, going over the confirmed competitors for the Best of Super Juniors 31 tournament, preview of Windy City Riot, and preview of Wrestling World 2024 in Taiwan. So a lot for y'all to check out there. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty. Let me know what y'all's thoughts were on Sakura Genesis. Let me know who you're excited to see from the Best of Super Juniors tournament. And let me know who you think will win it. Of course, we know last year it was won by Master Wado, which was a big shocker to me. Let me know what you think about the cards for Windy City Riot and Wrestling World 2024. Let me know your predictions as well. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now, I'm about to go pass out. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. God bless y'all. Have a blessed day tomorrow. We'll see y'all in the next video and live stream. Laters.